Earlier, I spoke to A-B Basson, a seasoned football journalist working for Backpage Media in Johannesburg, South Africa. He began by telling me about South African Pitso Mosimane's move to Ahly. The five-time PSL title-winning coach announced his departure from the South African football club Mamilodi Sundowns on Wednesday.
Look, it's the biggest news story, football news story in Africa this week. Pitso Mosimane is a seasoned coach in South Africa, coached Sundowns for 8 seasons, enjoyed extreme success, unrivaled success, most successful manager in Sundowns' history. He won the Champions League in 2016. And although the mandate was every season for him to win the league, he won a treble last season, the pressure is completely different at Ahly. Ahly is by far the biggest club in Africa, obviously 8-time Champions League winners. Pitso will need to bring them a 9th, and shortly as well. They've got 3 games, and then they could be 9-time champions. So the pressure will be there, but at Sundowns, Pitso passed every challenge with flying colours. Like I said, he won a treble last season, and he's very professional in his approach, works extremely hard, and I think everyone in South Africa is just very excited to see how he does.
Well, that's right. We wish him all the luck in the world. He's got to keep his fingers and toes crossed. Let me bring you to my next question. The new PSL season is scheduled to start in a fortnight. What lessons can the rest of Africa learn from it as the continent struggles to restart post-COVID-19 football?
I was very lucky enough to be part of the bio bubble. I did some work with Bidvest Wits, the now defunct club in South Africa. I think the PSL was very unapologetic in their approach. They set a bunch of guidelines, so they were very thorough in their approach, and this made it a very successful return to football for us. The bio bubble was extremely successful, and it's not yet clear what they're going to do with the start of the new season. Obviously, we're on lockdown level 1 in South Africa at the moment, but it's very positive, I think, for the rest of Africa. Obviously, South Africa drew a lot of guidelines from what was happening in La Liga, in the English Premier League, and the Bundesliga, obviously first to return to football. And I think the rest of Africa can look at the model imposed by South Africa and learn from that, and hopefully we'll see more football on the continent in due course.
All right, my final question to you before I let you go, Mr. Basson, how far do you think the Federation should go in running club football with what is happening in Kenya as an example?
Well, for football to be profitable, it had to be innovative. And we see that in South Africa with the Premier Soccer League, which obviously is a breakaway from the South African Football Association. We obviously see that in the English Premier League as well. I think having something like that, it's a lot more lucrative. And maybe that is a model that a lot of African countries can look at. SAFA is still involved in South African football at lower leagues, so the ABC Motsepe League, which is the 3rd division, at a grassroots level, obviously. But obviously, there's a lot of pros and cons. But I think, again, you look at the Premier Soccer League and you look at the success they've achieved in making the league very profitable and lucrative, and you can take away some guidelines from that.